Now, with the reset, nobody can change their ship lineups. Alright, just putting that out there. So, we have Argumo, Vert, who's a battleship player playing a destroyer. And we have another legendary Argumo. We've got legendary Daring, legendary Moskva, Manitar, legendary Des Moines, Kremlin, and we're gone. Opposing them to the south is Paid, bringing Daring, legendary Argumo with all the bonuses. That's cool. Another legendary Argumo, Daring, legendary Moskva, legendary Des Moines, another legendary Des Moines, Yamato, non-legendary, and an Ohio. Now, this is interesting. With this being such a small map, I would think that you would spec your Ohio for secondaries. Because your secondaries will cover, like, I don't know, pretty good portion of the map, you know? In any case, both teams going to their initial positions. Since the restart was called so early, there's no way of knowing who was going to go where originally, so yay. As you can see, we've got Shaft sending 3 assets over towards A. Kremlin hanging out kind of mid-ish. Opposing him to the south, we've got Paid sending Daring, Argumo, Des Moines, Yamato towards A. And then we've got some early contact over at the B side. So let's take a look at who takes a shot at the Earl of Northesk. Bergon does. Now, unfortunately, with him going there and trying to go dark, Zill goes ahead and pops his radar, catching Lunatic's Daring out. Oh, also Klutz, because, hey, this map is small. That means Klutz really can't back into the cap like he wanted to, especially because, look, there's more radar coming. So that feels bad. Zill, though, here's some Ohio shells coming into Zill. Not too bad. Could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. Now, Klutz is still going to go into the cap, although the Moskva was detected, so Klutz knows Moskva's right there. But he's doing it anyway. What they don't know is this Argumo and Des Moines that are moving into position. There's the smoke. And then Classic will open up momentarily. The thing about this Daring is that he is able just to hit W to get out of this. So, I mean, he kind of doesn't care. As you can see. Taking a look here at the position, you can see the Des Moines Captain Obvious just south of that radar range. Very good positioning. Very good positioning. I also like using the island here. This smoke north by Monkey Biz, brilliant, because what that does is it baits the Argumo into torping into the smoke and forgetting that an island exists here. It gives Captain Obvious an escape route. A very easy escape route at that. I like it a lot. What's going on the other side of the map? Aimbot to yeet is getting yeeted himself because they tried to smoke him up to the island and the thing called radar happened. So Aimbot is himself getting yeeted. Feels bad. That's going to leave this Gumo by himself. Ohio is already trying to save his star as he's heading southward, saying, screw this team. Gumo is lit on Hydro, permalit. So now the question is, do you just sit here and get needled to death by this Minotaur? Or do you come out like a man and just fight? What you do, I would say, is you back up, get sideways to whatever's going to come around, and then just get ready to boogie, boogie, boogie. Here it comes. Boogie, boogie, boogie time. as the daring uses his AP to full effect. Nice hit there from the Ohio. And yeah, Moyne's dead. Gonzies. He's gonzies. So what does that leave? Well, that leaves Shaft in the lead with 2 kills. They have no caps, but they really don't care about caps right now if they're able to come away with all these kills. Monkey Biz got detected on the Des Moines radar. It's amazing what happens when you take a small map that's meant for mid-tiers and you throw high-tier ships into it, huh? Inmark took a big hit there in the Des Moines by Polish Wizard. He's gonna be fine. Now remember, whoever wins this progresses into next weekend's matchup. Whoever loses is obviously out of the tournament. Earl of Northesk now getting hammered, showing broadside to that Burgon. And Zill just fire hosing with this Minotaur. I mean, this guy has been here the whole match, just taking advantage of whatever's detected. Wow. Monkey Biz trying to make something work over here. They still have some forces intact. Daring, Page... Oh, what is he doing? He's going straight for the Kremlin. This mad lad is trying for a trade. Is he going to do it? No! Barely misses it. He did not spread his torpedoes enough, and saturation ended it. But wait, there's Ohio shells. 5,000 hit points. Very high risk, high reward play on the part of that daring. Did not make it work, but hats off to him for trying. Earl of Northesk is now the farm target. Everybody just shooting at him. I mean, they got nobody else really to shoot at. Maybe the daring, but he's kind of, yeah. So this is the problem. I mentioned before, I call this FU Island because it's a great, strong position for a radar cruiser until your flanks are no longer secured. And then it's just pain. It's just pain. And there's the pain. There's the pain. Gone ends this guy's misery.
Our victory is in sight.
And just like that, we are looking at a complete stomp here of paid. There goes the Harugumo. Des Moines is detected. I'm sure at this point they've said to hell with this. GG. Kremlin shots on Cap obvious. Oh, and Des Moines as well came in with the Citadel hit there. Let's take a look at this Burgon that's just full W. Full W. So much full W that Zill is actually going to torpedo his teammate. Or was that the slap on the back and saying, good job, buddy? Vert now just sitting there in smoke, taking out Lunatic. I mean, GG's. And that's going to be game, and I got my death pick. Just in the nick of time. Whew, that was a fast, convincing win on the side of of Shaft. Well, very convincing win. If I'm paid, I'm thinking about, you know, obviously early positioning. I'm thinking about being careful around radars. Here we go. Game 2 of our loser bracket. Paid needs to win this game to force a game 3 and stay in the tournament. Shaft needs to win this to come back on Monday. So Paid bringing a daring Yu Yang radar, a legendary Harugumo, and then they're bringing 4 cruisers. Legendary Des Moines, legendary Moskva, legendary Des Moines, legendary Moskva. Are we surprised at this point? We have Yamato and Ohio rounding out their battleships. To their south, opposing them, looking to advance. Next weekend is Harugumo, Grozovoy, hey, Daring, and a legendary Harugumo. Interesting that Grozovoy is not legendary mod. The Henri, for cruisers, we have an Henri, we have a Des Moines, we have a second Des Moines. Both of these are legendary. We have Burgon, and we have a Ohio. Burgon fired at the darkness, and I'm wondering if they are signaling a restart or if they just want to see if they can bait the enemy battleships into firing back at them. If you can bait them to fire back at you, they give away their positioning. And of course, you can use that as a way to cover stuff, right? As you can see, Paid did not take the bait. They're just like, hey, thank you for that free information. And then they're going to go ahead and continue their movements. Now, because they've got a daring, they're going to go straight into B. You can see that here. Shaft, interestingly enough, is not even interested in the B cap. So they're swinging for the fences. Basically an even split. Paid is mostly going A, with the token force at C cap and I guess you could say a small holding force at B. But that might change when they realize that nobody is there. That would be very interesting indeed. Dento and the Des Moines being smoked up into position. Now, notice how it's not exposed behind the island. It is next to the island. I mean, it's behind the island here. And I think that's very important. Henri detected, being shot at, and he's got the island on the side. That's Vert. Oh, that could have been way worse than it was. So Vert got very lucky there. You can see that Zill is putting a smoke screen up to ensure that Vert is able to get onto the flank. There's our first radar from the Moskva. And you can see there are some people that have shells already ready for that position. Gumo detected. Flow 420 is going to have to start going defensive here. Over on the C flank, we see the Death Snail. We see some radars going out. Harugumo got detected momentarily by the radar Venn diagram that we've got going up right here. All right. Vert now making his way to the southern part of that island. Very strong position to hold, assuming that Paid decides to commit the bulk of their forces to A. But as of right now, it looks to me like they've got the B cap. The Daring is still kind of sitting around hanging out there. You've got the Moskva on both sides in position to radar trap whatever. And then you've got the Haragumo that's just happily sitting there smoking up his buddy so he can get shots into Flat Enthusiast for free. Over at the seaside, the Daring is looking to cap C. Very nice guest shot there by Lunatics Des Moines. Probably has no idea how close he really was to hitting him. 3 seconds to go until the cap. And now Shaft has a cap to compete against Paid's B cap. Rosevoy is in the A cap there. We have no radar yet. 20 seconds to go on the radar. So here's the deal. Zill should be able to cap this and get out before he gets shot at by the Des Moines and Yu Yang. Because remember, there's a 6-second delay from radar when you're spotted versus when you appear. So radar's going to go up here 2 seconds, 1 second. Watch this. No radar. Interesting. They just let him have it. At the moment, Shaft seems to be happy earning 2 caps to Paid's 1 for points. And I think it looks to me like there's not too much going on. I say that as Vert now tries to put himself in a position to shoot at the Des Moines for free. He's trying. And Polish Wizard in the Ohio might take a torpedo. He does. Oh, he kind of turned into maybe another one. Nope. But that does force... He did not DCP. He's flooding, and he's just taking it. There's the DCP. There's the DCP. And here comes some follow-up shells from the Des Moines. We got 10 seconds on immunity. Once that ends, I think we're going to see a Roman Candle Ohio. We're gone with AP. Reload booster up. He's going to get another salvo in. Haragumo is now opening up with HE. And takes a torpedo, 2 torpedoes, and goes down. I had a feeling that was going to happen. He was so focused on Polish Wizard. Wow, what a good hit there on the part of that Daring. Let's take a look at that dead ship. There it is right there. Ripperoni. Now, look at the Yu Yang trying to get Vert detected with his radar. It's going to help the Des Moines figure out where he is. But I believe that these two have to work together, try to get Vert out and get the A cap secured. Rosevoy now going into B. He laid the smoke screen. He's spotting the Moskvas for his team. Polish Wizard is on fire. Healing up just fine. But let's take a look. Here we go. Heads up play, Henri versus Yu Yang. Let's see how this works out. Remember, the Henri has torpedoes too. Vert recognizes the threat. He fires off his torpedoes. I'm surprised that they weren't widespread because that's going to be an easy dodge for Monkey Biz. I think Vert goes down here. Oh yeah. That was a brilliant assassination by Monkey Biz's Yu Yang. Wow. And with that, the A cap, the A flank is secured for Paid. The two destroyers are now kind of angrily looking at each other through the island. They are proxy spotting each other, and they are farming somebody on the opposite team. Meanwhile, over on the sea cap, Moinos Kyo in the Haragumo is going in and probably going to come away with this cap. I don't see any real way to contest it. Well, I say that as additional 10s Des Moines does radar catch Moines for a second, and that will reset right there. I'm surprised that Classic, or that Additional, did not continue firing on the Haragumo. Maybe he didn't have a shot, but I would have kept firing. Keep getting the decaps. Keep getting the, you know, random hits here and there. Maybe you get a fire. Force a DCP, you know? You never know what's going to happen. Earl of Northesk is being farmed out here as Zill takes a big hit. Heal going up. DCP is available, so Earl will be okay for a little while. Assuming that Burgon from Shaft doesn't end his life right here. Oof. 3 minutes to go for Paid to win, unless Shaft is able to make something happen. Where are they going to make it happen? I mean, the Gumo knows that Des Moines is out on radar now. So Zill is just... Now the Gumo's coming in, farming Zill. Zill's being shot at by the Yu Yang. And there goes the Mosfa. Even the Des Moines, I think, got in on this a little bit. He's detected now. And he's just like, you know what? I'm done with this. Let's take a look at over on the other side as Dento now is coming through with the Des Moines. It looked like he was, and then he stopped. And that's going to allow both enemies, both Paid, to shoot at this one Daring. Dento kind of just sold out his teammate by stopping there. And that leaves us with a 1v1 Des Moines on Des Moines action here, guys. Now, in this instance, what you want to do is you want to shoot away the guns. You'll note that Dento is using AP, okay, and Aimbot is not. Oh, but also there's Ohio coming up. But the idea is you want to shoot away the turrets. If you can kill the turrets, then you don't care about that. But if you've got a battleship friend to do this, you also don't care about it. If I'm aimbot, I'm just going AP into the Ohio right now. We're not. And that's going to be a dead Des Moines. So with that, Shaft will be able to secure the A cap. And they are currently securing the C cap. Gotta say, that's a pretty big misplay on the part of Paid. Just jumping in like that and everybody dying over a day. Paid is still in the lead. And now that Shaft has touched A, you can see the result. It's now going to be 5 minutes before Paid wins. And it's assuming no other ships die. I'm not seeing... How can Shaft get in this? Shaft needs to not lose their Haragumo. And Shaft needs to find a way to kill their Haragumo without losing one of their radar cruisers. That's really the win condition for them. Flat Earth coming under some sustained fire here. And you can see Polish Wizard is looking to cut them off. But see the Des Moines already? Dento is now bowing into this the spot. And he's not going to take a torpedo. What that's going to do, though, is it's going to alert Zookeeper that torpedoes are in the area. And he's going to slow down. So that will foil the attempted torpedoing. Meanwhile, Klutz is now in radar range of that Des Moines. And Polish Wizard is also detected, so the Des Moines knows where the Ohio is. He's obviously not going to come any farther out. But the question is, if you're Polish, what do you do at this point? Do you keep going and 1v1 a much healthier Ohio while being shot at by a Burgonia? Do you go south to try to slap this Des Moines in the face and, you know, get whacked by those two? Let's take a look at the other side. We have some action going on. Some destroyers have lost a little bit of hit points. Lunatic coming up. YOLO charging. Radar, I'm sure... Oh. No radar. That's a feels bad moment as... Uh-oh. Moyne might end up dying here to a torpedo. Neither of these destroyers are spotted. They are both shooting each other blindly right now. Oh, and Moyne comes away with the kill. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. Now we're down to a minute and a half. Shaft needs a kill now. Actually, they need more than one kill, but you know, at least one they can handle. Polish Wizard coming under fire now, but I mean, he's healing. He'll be fine unless he does that and shows a ton of broadside. That's a feels bad moment. But it's okay, he's healing. As a Zookeeper. A minute to go. 1 minute to go. Who will die? Who has been marked for deletion? I'm gonna guess Zill. Oh, big hit there on Lunatic from the Burgon, who goes into B-cap to stop the point gain. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. And then additional 10 manages to get that shot up in the rear. That's exactly what Shaft needs to be able to make something happen. Moyne is now in trouble. He's detected by Hydro. Can anybody shoot him? Polish Wizard goes down. Oh no! Polish Wizard goes down. There goes Moyne. And all of a sudden, that huge lead that they had just disappears. I can't believe Polish went down so quickly in the Ohio of all things. Showed way too much broadside trying to get all the guns to bear on Zookeeper. And honestly, that's probably what's going to cost them the game. Because that allows everybody to wrap around. And suddenly, these very powerful positions that Paid had are just disappearing. What's left? Klutz and Azonic. Wow. I mean, GG. I can't believe we just watched the complete and utter collapse of Paid there. Complete and utter collapse. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. We're going to see the battleship kiss. And then we're going to see, in the background there, Klutz go down. And that will seal the deal. That will absolutely seal a deal. I'm just going to sit here. I'm not going to have enough time to get my camera over there before Klutz dies. Nice torpedoes into additional 10. Too little, too late, and there's the death. All right. Congratulations goes to Shaft for winning 2-0. And I'm going to back out immediately here because I want to see if I can get to that other game.